What up, everybody? It's the Tech Playoffs, and I'm back with another video. So I received this from Pitaka. This is a case for the S25 Ultra. The thing about this case and what makes it unique is it adds additional hardware buttons to the phone. I know some people are probably going to say, well, why would I want to add more buttons to the phone when it already has so many buttons? This gives you really cool functionality in terms of shortcuts, smart home shortcuts, or just something as easy as opening an app. So Pitaka makes this case. I haven't seen a case like this from any other manufacturer before, only from Pitaka, but I could be wrong. But I've only seen this from Pitaka. It comes in this nice box. It gives you instructions on how to set it up. They're fairly easy. You slap on the case. This is the case. So the case is not the most sexiest case out there. It is pretty bland in terms of it's just all black. You get some of a sort of a tactile feel on the back. It's aramid fiber. The sides are more of just like a matte fiber all the way around, not shiny. And then on this side, this is where the function comes in. You get 3 additional buttons. These buttons are programmable, and I'll show you real quick on how you do that. So in the Samsung phones, automatically you have a section that says mode and routines. This is something that you can set up. There's so many possibilities that you can do with this. It is crazy. Thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of combinations that you can set up under routines. So in the beginning, it can probably be overwhelming because there's a lot of options to select. But I did make one that says it is to control my lights. So I'll show you real quick how to do that. You hit the plus sign. And since this is a NFC case, this is how you're going to be triggering everything that you're going to set up. You got to select NFC tag. So if you hit NFC tag, it's going to ask you to hold the tag behind the phone. You don't have a tag to hold behind the phone. It is already built into the case. What you're going to do is you're going to press one of these buttons and hold down until you hear a sound. So I'm going to press the middle one. It automatically found a tag. It's going to ask you to name the tag. So I'm going to put car start. And you'll figure out why in a minute. After that, you can add a condition. Or you can just go straight to what does it do next after it receives the tag. So once it receives a tag, meaning pressing this button, you're going to go into what you want it to do. Right now, I'm going to hit Open App. So you got to figure out what's going to make this usable for you. It's a button you're going to press that's going to do a shortcut or an action or whatever you want it to do. You got to go down and select what's going to be really convenient. So for me I have an app called Drone that lets me start my car remotely. So I'm going to hit Open Drone App. Some apps do give you additional functions under the app. So you can do search, gallery, Amazon, you can do order, search, cart, deals. But for right now, I'm just going to do drone, and I'm going to open that app. I'm going to hit done, and then save. Now it's going to say routine name. So I'm going to do the same thing, car, start. You can change the icon above. Select whatever color you want, and then you can give it a different photo. So I'm going to choose a car logo. I'm going to hit done, and then there goes my routine. So at the home screen, you don't have to do this in the home screen. I've seen videos of people saying, oh, you got to do this in the home screen. That's the only way it works. That is not true. But I'm going to go back to the home screen, and I'm going to hit this button. Hold it. It's going to take me to my app. All right. So this is just a shortcut to open the app. It's going to tell you where my car is and do additional functions once I get in the app. So this is just to open it. So I'm going to close it out. The one that I did on top also is a function where you can go into the Samsung SmartThings app. You can also create routines in here. And this, I chose to turn on my lights that I normally use throughout the day. So normally when I arrive home, I go in my app of Samsung SmartThings, and I go and click individual apps that I want, individual lights that I want to turn on. With this, it's a routine that I chose which lights that I want to run when I run this routine, and it'll automatically trigger on all of those lights or devices that I choose. So I chose the lights that I normally use around the house. When I get home, I open the door, take my stuff off, and I turn on these lights all the time. I normally have to go in the app, hit each individual light, and it'll turn on. This way, I just hit one button and it turns on. So that's what that's set up for, and that's for the top button. So if I hold it, it locked it because I hit this button over here. I'm gonna press and hold. It just triggered my lights. You can't see it, but all my lights turned on that I had set in that routine. So another thing is other people that have been reviewing this, saying that once you select this to turn on lights, you have to select another button to reverse that action and turn it off. That is another incorrect scenario. You don't have to do that. If you go into Samsung routines and set up this, you can do turn on or turn off. So you see it there, I have to set turn on or turn off. So every time this routine is triggered, if the lights are on, they're gonna turn off. If the lights are off, they're gonna turn on. So I set this up when all my lights were off. I triggered this button and then they turned them all on. But if I trigger the same button again and the device sees that my lights are on, it knows to turn them off. So you do not have to select another button to reverse and shut off what you turn on with this button. That is untrue. A lot of people are saying that, and I don't know why, but you need to learn how to set your routines. That way, the routine knows if you're trying to trigger that routine and it's already on, it's going to reverse it and shut it off. As I said, once you get into the section of setting everything up, there is a lot of options. So go through it carefully, see what options you have, and that way you can better set up the routine the way it's easier for you to use it and more convenient. So as I said, if I press this, it triggered and then my lights just turned off. All the ones that I set. So I have this now to turn on all my lights or turn them off wherever I'm at. I can hold this down to get into my car section of my car app and start my car. Or I can simply go back into here. You're going to go into modes and routines. This is where you set it up for the case. If you go into the Samsung SmartThings and set up a routine here, it's not going to give you the option for the NFC. You have to be into the settings and then go to modes and routines and set it up. So if you hit plus, we're going to trigger the routine. How are we going to trigger it? We are going to trigger it with the NFC. So the next button that I have available, of course, is the bottom one. So I'm going to press and hold it. And it's going to select the other NFC tag that's in the case. This, I can just put music. Hit done. What is this routine going to do once I press that button? I press that button, it's going to trigger with the routine. So what is the routine going to do? What do I want it to do? Okay, so let's see. What do we have here? So you got Bixby, gallery, music. You can go into music, play music. You can go into YouTube music, hit done, and then hit save. So I don't know what music it is going to play, but it might automatically select a playlist. So right now this button is set to trigger that routine, which that routine is set to play music. So if I hit the bottom button, it's supposed to play music. And it does. So as you can see, that automatically opened the YouTube app the YouTube Music app and played music. It didn't get in the way. It didn't open a pop-up. It didn't trigger a warning. It just, in the background, opened the app and did what I set it to do. So this has unlimited functionality. You can do whatever you want it to do. Play music, open an app, open a section of an app, turn on devices, turn off devices, open blinds, unlock doors. A lot of different things depending on what you have available to use. This is awesome. This is right now my go-to cases. Pitaka did send me a whole bunch of cases that I have, but this is probably, I'm going to be honest, not the most aesthetically pleasing one. But since it has this function that no other case out there has, this is what I'm going to be using because I can quickly set these up to do whatever I want it to do. And it's just more convenient. It does what I want it to do. When you get in the car, you can press this to open maps and take you to work. Or getting off work, you can press this to open maps and automatically take you home. You can do this with a bunch of different things. Like I said, this thing is limitless. It is awesome. You have to get it and play around with it, and you'll enjoy it. It is, I'm not mistaken, it's pretty up there in price. I would say around 50, 60 bucks. But the quality is good. Like I said, it's more of like a carbon fiber feel, aramid fiber on the back. You get that textile feel. And it protects it pretty well. You have a nice little lip on all the edges of the device. And just something I've never seen before, something that kind of blew me away, and I wanted to share with you guys. It is awesome. If you're looking for something different, a case that is pretty plain but will protect your phone and add a lot of functionality, something that you can sit down and play with for hours, this is the way to go. The Pitaka PinButton case. Check it out on Pitaka's website. I'll put a link down below. And if you have any questions, leave it in the comments. We'll chat there. But as always, thank you for watching the videos and have a blessed day. Peace.